Good afternoon, my dear students. Myself Dr. Nilesh Kumar Gupta. I am working as a professor at Ajay Kumar Garg Engineering College EC department. So, today I will teach you discrete Fourier transform. So, we will start today the Fourier transform in discrete signals, because we studied earlier the Fourier transform in continuous time signal. Fourier transform is generally used for converting your time domain signal into its frequency domain signal. Generally in communication you need the spectrum. It means you want the variation of your signal versus frequency. It means आपका सिग्नल फ्रीक्वेंसी कैसा वेरी हो रहा है, हाउ मच इट वेरीज विथ frequency. Okay. That is why you want the Fourier transform, because in communication the frequency is very important, that at what bandwidth your communication work, at what frequency your signal is going on. So, these are the very important. So, mathematically if you have to analyze this one, the frequency variation of your signal in communication, so you require always Fourier transform. So, earlier we studied about the Fourier transform of your practical signal, that is your continuous time signal, but with the help of discrete Fourier transform you can take the Fourier transform of your discrete time signal. So, now we will see that how you take the Fourier transform of discrete time signal and how it is different and how you can calculate, that I will tell you further here. Okay. So, I am coming for my next slide. So, this is my next slide. So, in this the introduction of Fourier transform is there. So, what I called, I told you the Fourier transform is a tool, you can say, or by which you can convert your signal of time domain into its frequency domain. So, like I am writing here, the Fourier transform is a bridge from your time domain to frequency domain of your given signal. Okay. Now, its types you can see here, like your signal may be continuous periodic signals, your continuous non-periodic signals, your discrete periodic and discrete non-periodic signal, because you know we are having at first practically signal is continuous signal. Now, that continuous signal you can convert into discrete signal with the help of sampling. Okay. Now, you are converting your continuous time signal into discrete signal. Okay. With the help of sampling, that signal may be periodic or non-periodic. So, as per these properties, these configuration, you can classify your signal into these 4 types. Okay. Like your signal may be continuous periodic signal, that will be continuous non-periodic signal, discrete periodic and discrete non-periodic signal. Next we are coming here. So, now how your continuous signals are digitized using digital computer, because nowadays we are using everywhere digital technology, it means we are using digital computer. So, okay. So, you have to convert your continuous time signal into your digital signal. It is this is the mandatory requirement for all of us, okay, that you have to convert your continuous time signal into its digital signal, because you have you will use here digital computer, digital technologies. So, you needed initially your signal is that is in digital form. Okay. So, how you convert, it means how you convert your continuous time signal into digital form for using digital computer. So, at first when you will sample, okay, when we will sample, we calculate the value of continuous signal at discrete points. So, you are having a continuous signal, now you are sampling your continuous signal at different instant, okay, and you find some sampling points, okay, or this is the process of your converting your continuous time or analog signal into discrete signal. Okay. So, how fast do we sample? This is a very important, and what is the value of each point? That point, each point means for those points you are sampling, you are doing the sampling here. Okay. Further, after the sampling, it means at first you are having your continuous time signal, now you are sample your continuous time signal. Okay. So, after the sampling what you are getting? You are getting your discrete signal. Okay. Now, after getting the discrete signal, you have to convert finally it's into the digital signal. So, you needed here quantization. So, after the sampling further you do the quantization, determines the value of each sample value. So, again what after the sampling you have to use quantization and convert your this sample signal into finally digital signal. But practically we talk, whenever we talk in signal processing, generally we are considering our discrete signals here. Okay. So, remember it always. Now, this is the, you can say it is a waveform. Okay. Whenever you convert your continuous time signal into its frequency domain, or you take you take Fourier transform of the signal like CTFT. CTFT means what? Continuous time Fourier transform. Okay. DTFT, it means discrete time Fourier transform. DFT means discrete Fourier transform. So, this is the very simple continuous time Fourier transform. It means you are having continuous time signal. Now, you want to take its Fourier transform, so that will be simple CTFT, continuous time Fourier transform, or simple Fourier transform that we study in simple analog communication analysis. Whenever you analysis your continuous time signal, then you studied about the continuous time Fourier transform or simple Fourier transform. Now, the same Fourier transform if you want to take for discrete signal, so that will be your DTFT. Okay. DTFT means discrete time Fourier transform. But in Fourier transform you are converting your signal into its frequency domain. Okay. So, if the your sequences or signals is of not of finite duration, okay, and simply you are taking the Fourier transform discrete time signal, so it will be DTFT. But whenever you take the Fourier transform for finite length of sequences of discrete time signal, then it will be DFT. So, this is the difference between the DFT and DTFT, because both are same, because in both you are taking the Fourier transform of discrete time signal. Okay. We will see further in my next PPTs. Okay. So, this is the diagram you can see here, what it is your continuous and aperiodic signals. So, if you take the Fourier transform of this, then you will get this type of its spectrum. Okay. Because why you are taking Fourier transform? Because you want to get the spectrum of the signal, that is why you are taking the Fourier transform. And here we will study all the mathematical thing. Okay. So, simple continuous signal if you are having, and if you take its Fourier transform or its frequency domain, so it will be in this form, this type of waveform, and this will be spectrum x1 omega. It means this is the Fourier transform of x1 t. Now, we will see here in B part. Okay, this was A part. In B part you are having infinite length aperiodic discrete sequences. So, these are the sample sequence discrete sequences, okay, but length is infinite and this is aperiodic. Now, if you take the Fourier transform of this, then you will get this type of spectrum here, and that spectrum is also will be continuous and periodic. Here your time domain is also continuous and aperiodic, and your frequency domain also is continuous and aperiodic. The same, the properties are same in time domain and in frequency domain. But here you are taking infinite length aperiodic discrete signal, but you are getting here not discrete signal, you are getting here continuous time signal, but it will be periodic. So, your discrete signal converts into the continuous signal here. But what we want to convert our discrete signal from its time domain into its discrete signal in its frequency domain. So, how it is possible? And this is called, you can say, if you are simply taking the Fourier transform discrete time signal, then this will be DTFT and you will get the again continuous time signal, that will be continuous and periodic. But if you want what the discrete time signal into the it converts into the discrete time signal, into its frequency. So, you require DFT. DFT means discrete Fourier transform. Now, your input is what? Your discrete and periodic, like this discrete, okay, or you can say finite length, and if you take the simple Fourier transform, then it will become its DFT, that will be discrete and periodic. So, this is the difference between the DTFT and DFT. So, it is very important to understand you. CTFT is simple, what? Like your signal is x of t. So, you can take its Fourier transform x e j omega is equal to integration, and the some formula is there, and you can take the its Fourier transform. Okay. Now, if x of n is your discrete time signal. Okay. So, now what will happen here? Here so, x of n is here, then x of, if you are taking the its DTFT or Fourier transform. Okay. So, it will be what? Just a minute. Okay. So, this is your CTFT. Okay. So, x of t is signal, then its CTFT will be x of omega. Okay. Simple Fourier transform continuous time signal, but you are having discrete time signal x of n. Now, you want to take its Fourier transform. So, it will be x of omega is equal to, and it will be in summation form, summation n minus infinity to plus infinity x of n, that is your discrete time signal, into e to the power minus ka j omega. So, this is your DTFT, you can say this is your DTFT, it means simple Fourier transform of discrete time signal. It means in input you are taking your discrete and aperiodic signal, and at the output you are getting again what? Its continuous time and periodic. But if you want in the output also discrete signal, okay, then you have to convert this DTFT is of infinite duration into the finite duration, and that will be possible only by DFT, discrete Fourier transform. And practically what? Practically always we consider only and only DFT, that is discrete Fourier transform. It means in input you are also having discrete time signal, okay, discrete time signal, and in finite length sequence or periodic you can say, and at the output also you will get the discrete and periodic signal in frequency domain, and that is only possible by discrete Fourier transform. So, generally we are prefer what? We are preferring the DFT, that is discrete Fourier transform. Now, we will see. So, at first we will see DTFT. What is the DTFT? So, DTFT is simply if you are taking the simple Fourier transform of your discrete time signal. So, that will be DTFT, that is I am writing here. Okay. The discrete time Fourier transform, that is DTFT. This is the simply the Fourier transform of discrete time sequence x of n. This transform is useful to map the time domain sequence into its continuous function of frequency variable. The problem is that in this Fourier transform, whenever you take simple Fourier transform of discrete time signal, then at the output again you will get the continuous time, not discrete signal. That is why you come on DFT, and DTFT and the Z transform are the applicable to any arbitrary sequences, whereas the DFT can be applied for only finite length sequences. That it means it can be applied only for finite length sequences. Now, here you can see here what? X of omega. So, discrete time Fourier transform you can represent here by the, this is again DFT. सो DTFT की बात करें यदि हम DTFT, सो व्हाट इट विल बी, if x of n is your signal, then its DTFT x of ej omega is equal to summation n minus infinity to plus infinity x n into e to the power minus का j omega n. So, by this formula you can calculate its Fourier transform, that is called DTFT. Okay. But in DFT what you require the finite length sequences here. So, discrete Fourier transform computes the value of Z transform for equally, you can say evenly spaced point around the unit circle for a given sequence. If the sequence to be represented is of finite duration, okay, only finite number of non-zero value, then transform that will be your DFT. So, for the periodic value or non-zero finite duration values, we require or we use the transform that is called DFT, and practically we prefer the DFT, not DTFT. DTFT we are not using, but you remember the formula if in examination, if x of n is given to you. So, by this formula you can calculate your discrete time Fourier transform, okay. And by this formula you can calculate the IDTFT, it means inverse discrete time Fourier transform. Now, and this will be your DFT, okay. DFT means discrete Fourier transform. So, x of n, if you are having any signal of finite duration, then its n point. Why? But I am saying that you are having finite length sequences, or you can understand n point sequences, okay. N, it means finite length is having here. So, you can always call the n point DFT. The DFT you are taking, you are calculating here for n points. So, x of k is equal to summation n 0 to n minus 1 small x of n into e to the power minus ka j 2 pi n k by n, where k is equal to 0 to n minus 1. Similarly, IDFT की बात करें हम, so this is the formula for calculating the DFT, okay. It means your input signal and your output signal both are discrete and is of finite length, and you can also calculate IDFT, it means inverse discrete Fourier transform by this formula. What? Small x of n is equal to 1 upon n summation n k 0 to n minus 1 x of k into e to the power j 2 pi n k by n, where small n is equal to 0 to n minus 1. So, what I am saying what your x of n is any discrete time signal, and you can take its Fourier transform, because x of n is of your finite length sequence, discrete time sequence, and if you take the Fourier transform of this, then you will get x of k. This is again your finite length discrete sequences. So, its Fourier transform n point DFT will be x of k, and if you want to take its inverse n point DFT, so again it will be x of small x of n. So, small x of n का DFT होगा capital X of k n point DFT, और capital X of k का n point IDFT होगा small x of n, and by this two formulas you can calculate easily your DFT and IDFT. So, I hope it is clear to everybody. Now, determine the DFT of the sequence. This is the question, okay. Any example I am taking here. What? Here x of n is equal to 1 upon 4, that is from 0 to 2, okay. Otherwise, it will be 0. You have to calculate here DFT, okay. So, n point DFT formula is what? What I told you, x of k is equal to small n 0 to n minus 1 x of n into e to the power minus ka j 2 pi small n k by n. Here n is the n means length of sequence. So, here your signal is defined for 0 to 2. It means your x of n is equal to here is giving what 1 by 4, 1 by 4, 1 by 4 and it will be 0 to 2. It means 0, 1, 2 and the length of sequence is 3. Okay. So, x of n is this what I am writing here this one. Now, you want to calculate here DFT. Okay. So, x of n is equal to this one, x of k is equal to what is the formula? Small x of n into e to the power minus ka j 2 pi k n by n. Capital N is equal to 3 here because length of the sequence is 3 here because your signal is defined from 0 to 2. So, length will be 0, 1, 2 it means 3. Okay. So, you are putting here value, if you putting here the value, okay, and omega is equal you are putting 2 pi k by n and 2 pi k by n is equal to 3. So, 2 pi k by 3 here. So, you put here in the formula this formula, okay, you will get 1 upon 4 1 plus e to the power minus ka j omega plus e to the power minus j 2 omega, where omega is equal to 2 pi k by 3 or 2 pi k by n. Now, you have to solve here what you know the formula here what e to the power j theta plus minus is equal to क्या होता है ये cos theta plus minus j sin theta. Okay. So, by this formula you can use here in terms of cos and sin and you will calculate your x of k at different values because you are having x of n. So, you can calculate here DFT for different points, okay, x of k at n at k is equal to 0, at k is equal to 1, at k is equal to 2. Okay. So, you can calculate easily here. You can understand here what I am telling you x of k is equal to here integration from n 0 to 3. Okay. Because x of n is equal to what was it was 1 by 4 1 by 4 1 by 4 this one. So, it will be x of n into e की power minus का j 2 pi k okay, n by 3. Now, you know x of n. So, at different value of k is equal to 0, k is equal to 1, k is equal to 2 you can calculate x of k and similarly you can calculate after the solving your different values of your DFT here. So, this is mathematical calculation and you can do easily by applying the formulas here. Next question what? It will say again you have to determine the DFT of the sequence for this if x of n is equal to 1 upon 5 for your n lies from minus 1 to plus 1 its value is 1 upon 5. So, x of n is equal to what 1 by 5 1 by 5 1 by 5 at 0 at minus 1 and 1 because this is discrete signal and your signal is defined for only for integer value of time discrete value of time. So, minus 1 to 1 it means minus 1 0 and plus 1 that is why x of n is equal to 1 by 5 1 by 5 1 by 5. Now, x of k you have to you want to calculate here. So, the formula is same here like this is the formula n minus plus infinity x of n into this one okay, or if you put omega is equal to 2 pi k by n. So, n is equal to again here 3 because length of sequence 1 to 3 that is why we are taking n is equal to 3. Again x of k is equal to 1 upon 5 e to the power j omega plus 1 plus e to the power minus j omega and omega is equal to 2 pi k by n. Again you have to put your different values of k and you can calculate easily here x of k or DFT of your original signal x of n okay, at the different value of k. Similarly, in the last question that I told you okay, here also you can calculate because both the questions are like similar here. Now, this is what I am I told you x of k is equal to again summation n 0 to what n minus 1. So, 0 to 2 you can say x of n into e to the power minus ka j 2 pi k n by n okay, and by this formula you can calculate your DFT. Okay. So, by this formula you can calculate DFT, but do not be confused here. In examination, if examiner asked what, will ask about the DTFT, okay, if find the DTFT. For DTFT the formula is different. For DTFT it will be, your signal is again this one x of n, the common signal, discrete time signal. So, if you want to take DFT, then this formula you have to use. If you want to calculate DTFT, then formula will be different. It will be x of e j omega, or omega is equal to summation n minus infinity to plus infinity x of n into e to the power minus ka j omega. Because in this what, you are converting your discrete time signal of, okay, here, and it will convert into the continuous time signal. Finally, Fourier transform also will be continuous here in case of DTFT, but in case of DFT your final Fourier transform will be again discrete and periodic. So, these are the two different formulas, okay. Do not be confused here if anybody asks about the DFT and DTFT, okay. I hope it is clear to everybody. Now, these are my references, okay. You can refer these books for these topics, okay. So, DFT, I hope it is clear to everybody about the discrete Fourier transform. So, this is simple Fourier transform that sometimes you require in communication system or signal processing, digital signal processing, because you have to communicate, you have to process your signal digitally here, digital signal, okay. So, if you want to process your digital signal here, so you require discrete signals here. So, if you take the Fourier transform of discrete signal here, okay, then you take here discrete Fourier transform, but you have to remember here about the DTFT and DFT, both are different. Thank you very much, goodbye.